Hello there, and welcome. Is my mic on? I don't even know. It is. Okay, good. Couldn't see it. Now I can't see my OBS. Strong start to the stream. Okay, I'm back. Welcome, Viscount, me, Willow, Little Grey Dog, Finn, Outer, Akbar, Steph, Camboopel, Andy, Actua, Darcy, Rogo, Charles, Darcy, I think I may have already said Darcy, I did, Double Darcy, Vincent, Shadow, welcome. It's amazing how our passion for a good game and our love of Zergovich brings us all together. But this is how cults have started. Yeah, you're probably right. Have you guys ever thought about your parents? I think they might be holding you back. I think you need to ditch your parents and just come hang out with me. I think that's how it works. I think that's how I'm supposed to start a cult. That's the number one thing that cults do, apparently, is they disconnect you from your family. They tell you that everyone's bad. Basically, anyone that talks any sense into you, that would talk any sense to you, they try to disconnect you from them. So watch out for that. If I start doing that, you'll know I'm trying to start the cult. Anyway, welcome to some multiplayer, which we haven't done properly in a while. Cool beer, dude. Thank you, my friend. Come on, be the first cult meeting. Has anybody seen, watched recently, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Speaking of cults, that's a good ass film, especially the ending. That was a damn good ending. Especially if you know what actually happened with that whole situation. I don't want to give spoilers, but it was good. Worth a watch. Okay, Z-Wars is the room. Big Pigeon is the password. Read it and learn it. Maybe we'll do some 2v2 winner stays on today. Bit of King of the Hill, perhaps. I've watched a lot of your videos and became better at Total War, but still scared to go online. Understandable, but hey, go to my Discord. Lots of friendly people that'll help you out and make it much less scary. Okay, let's do this. We'll try and get maybe like a good player and a newer player on each side. And we'll do 2v2s that way. Until we run out of good players. Is that am still there? Yeah, it is a Diet Coke. Is it for everybody? Anybody's welcome to play. Okay, this is not a fair team. This is not. I know we call Willow a noob, but I don't think this is a fair team. Although, I feel like Anarchy is decent enough to be one of the better players. So maybe if one of you could leave and we can get 2 noobs. We'll see though, we'll see how many noobs we got. Oh, we got V-count, there's 1 noob. Okay, if either Outer or Anarchy could leave, and you can get in the next game. But it'd be good if you could be like team captains rather than having you on the same team. Want to get a decent player and a noob on each team. 2v2 winner stays on. Thanks, Outer. So Outer's gone for now, so we need a newer player. Anybody's welcome, even if you've never played before. If you're a complete fucking noob, no worries. Now's the time to step up. Give it a go. Who we got? Password is Big Pigeon. Got Willow and Viscount. Should we spin the wheel? I've got the wheel here. We could do the wheel, or maybe the wheel for the better players and the newer players choose, perhaps. Okay, Milton. Who's Milton? Have you got a different name in chat? Are you a noob, sir? You're Milton? Cool. You say you are on the newer end of the spectrum? Just so we can keep the games fair. How do you spell pigeon? You just did, my friend. I did wonder if people would get caught out by spelling pigeon. Okay, let's find a good map. Man, it's been a while since I've done this. Let's keep it simple. Good old Iron Sand. Unit caps going on. Here's Alberic. Must be a Ted level player. I don't know if that's good or bad. It's just Ted's ult. Could be. Alright, we'll try him out. If he's a pro, we might have to switch the teams up. Okay, so let's do newer players. Viscount and Milton. You can choose whichever faction you want, which it seems like you already have. And Willow and Anarchy, we're going to do 2 spins, I reckon. So let's start with Willow. First spin, Willow. Do you wish to be Loratz? Why do you read chat like that? Don't know what you mean, mate. Skaven Willow or nay? No Skaven, then you shall have to be I think dwarfs are okay for this. It's not a free-for-all, so we'll allow it. Dwarfs for Willow. And Anarchy, first spin. This is what I'm talking about. Talking about what, man? I'm just reading the chat in your voice. I know all of your voices and I just copy them, that's all. Anarchy, greenskins. Ye or nee? Okay, so you're Anarchy now. You've changed your fucking name again. For goodness sake. Alright, greenskins. Cool. Alright. Put yourselves together, fellas. Please try not to take too long. Let's get it moving. Yeah, he sounds a bit weird, but don't judge him. Don't be horrible about his voice. It's not his fault. Yes, I guessed you're Anarchy. Wait, no? You saying you don't want greenskins? I'm confused now. This stream delay. YouTube and its ridiculous stream delay. I mainly play camping in Borderlands. Oh, so he is a Ted player. Oh! I don't know if Ted plays like that, but whatever. Just saw an opportunity to hurt somebody's feelings and I went for it. So we're going to do winner stays on. So whoever wins this, whichever team wins this, will stay on. But we will switch factions around. We'll say that they can't play the same faction for like 3 more games or something. Who is this Ted player? Ted's a guy in the community who pretty much only plays Bretonnia in some form. Yeah, he only plays Bretonnia and he loves the French, but he's Scottish. Who knows? They're trying to get more people into multiplayer. To be honest, the thumbnail for this, I only used it because I had to put a thumbnail. I couldn't just take a thumbnail off and just have no thumbnail. So I had to put something. I was like, wow, I don't have a thumbnail that just says like multiplayer, so I need to make one. But that was the closest I had for now. How bad does high latency affect multiplayer battles? It can make it run at about half speed, which is pretty horrible. Usually we try to avoid that, but you're welcome to try it. If it's too bad though, we'll probably just end the battle and restart. Because it's just not fun for anybody. It's not fun to watch, it's not fun to play. What is the race you are most excited about for Total War Warhammer 3? See? John Wallace has got a big manly voice. Well, it's hard to say at the moment because we don't know a lot about all the factions, but Kislev, I'm a fan of what Kislev are doing. But I am curious to see what Cathay will bring, what kind of faction they will be. Yeah. Welcome, Mr. Cat. We ready to go? Let's do it. Welcome, Catalyst. I think Kislev are bad, and I'm most excited about demons. Oh, he's changed his voice now. Come on, John. Pick a voice and stick with it. Jesus. Yeah, Khorne is looking cool. I like the idea of a no magic faction, other than the goddamn dwarf, so if I'm going to pick a chaos faction, probably going to be Khorne. I know a lot of people like Nurgle, but we'll wait and see. Maybe another chaos god will gain my favour. Who knows? I'm not any good at this game. Only think I've been past turn 120 once or twice. Takes practice, man. Takes practice. 34 Norwegian male for speech guide. Yeah, I don't think I nailed that. I wasn't very Norwegian. How do you feel about vampire counts having regular archers? Why? They don't need it. It's not their game, man. Skeletons can't use bows. Although, you know, the Tomb Kings have seemed to figure it out. I don't think I dare to speak anymore. That's okay, Steph. Don't worry about it. You can stay quiet. We know what you sound like. Got a lower voice, to be honest. You sound like Barry White. Hey, baby. Alright. Willow and Viscount versus Milton and Anarchy. We're going to stare off into the desert. What I want is this monster. Who is this monster? And why can I not recruit him into my army? It's like a Dreadsaurian times 10. Yeah, I'm sure their lack of magical skills will be made up for in some way. That's a mythosaur from Star Wars. Well, shit. Let's draw, what should we draw? This isn't laggy, by the way. Nice tattoos, mate. Thanks, buddy. Apparently they will have stronger elite infantry. That infantry kinda sucks right now. We shall see. How do you make infantry better, though? Okay, we're off anyway. I'm stuck in the chat window. Okay, so Viscount lining up with Anarchy. Willow and his dwarfs lining up with the French. Got some pterodons moving up. Gonna greet Wurzag. Oh no, it's an orc war boss. It'll be Azag anyway, not Wurzag. But it's a war boss. How did Grimgor died in the lore? Dunno. Somebody might know. Playing it cool so far. Okay, uncheated. Okay, Green Knight charging in. 0 fucks given. Going after them Longbeards. Alberic on a horse, he's got to be careful. A lot of thunderers around. Cannons. Oh. Alberic getting after the Rune Lord, who is large because he's on that anvil. So the anti-large power. Although no armor piercing for Alberic, which is not great. So it's going to be a rough one for Bretonia. They need more horses. Greenskin's coming in heavy on the lizards. Lots of trolls. 3 units of stone trolls. Ruination of cities coming in. Maybe did a little bit. Banishment coming in. Just doing some nice work on some orc boys. But he's diving in after Mazda Mundi now. Dwellers below. Green Knight's not in a great way. Yeah, pretty rough fight for Bretonia, I think. Greenskins probably would have had a better time against dwarfs. Depends if anybody really built for dwarfs. I feel like the Greenskins did. They got all those trolls and a bit of harassing power. But they got lined up with the lizards. Is there somewhere online I can read the... I think there's just a wiki, isn't there? There's a Warhammer wiki, you can read everything. Just type in somebody and read away. Mazda Mundi in a bad spot. Greenskin's going to win on this side. Dwarfs looking like they're going to do it on this side. Dwarfs maybe a little less beaten down. Still got the cannons, the thunderers. Taking out the spider though. Bretonia just needs to try and get what he can to team up with his greenskin ally. How many points per army? These battles we play on large funds, if that's what you mean. Do these players enter a Discord chat to organise? I'd imagine, well, some of them might do, but, or at least maybe Steam chat if they're friends, but maybe Viscount and Willow did that, but not sure about the other two. Tying up some of the missiles, but be too little too late most likely. Trying to get his war boss out. Troll party needs to get in there. Although there's not much left of the Bretonians to help. Are people still scared of COVID in the UK? I'm not sure they're that scared in the first place, the way some people acted, but no, I guess not. Jabs are like probably 3/4 of the way done and stuff, so pretty much back to normal. With the obvious rules still in place. Greenskins though, wavering, out of juice, too many dwarfs left I think. Too much CP on the dwarf side. Couldn't beat him down enough. Willow and Viscount going through. The dream team moving forward. What do you think is the best and worst armies to team up? I think it's just a case of factions that can or can't play rush or defensive. So if you get paired up with the dwarfs and your partner is like the Norskins that can't play any kind of defensive, then those can be awkward. And if you don't both organise... Oh, I should look to the kills there. Cool. Well played, Villo and... Villo? Well played, Villo. I was looking at Viscount's name, but I said Willow, so it came out Villo. Shilosh and Viscount were played. Milton and Anarchy. Good efforts, but not good enough today. Milton, if you could take your leave and we can get 2 more in, to challenge these clowns, as it is winner stays on, so. Who's next? Outer, you coming back? Let's play something a little more spicy. What's that map? This one. But isn't dwarfs' weakness is speed? Their lack of mobility is a problem, yes. Okay, we got Outer Back and Ben Fong. Ben Fong, I assume you're on the newer end of the spectrum. I shall hope. My legendary lord kind of ignored my orders. Jats. Your lord became sentient and made his own choices. Okay. Okay, Viscount, you have to change faction. You can play the same faction after three different factions. Put it that way. Yeah, you and Willow will wheel. Ben Fung can choose his faction, as can Viscount. So Willow, 2 spins. First spin. The Dirk Elves. Yay or nay? He's doing it. Outer, first spin. Rats. Outer, yay or nay? Come on, man. Reroll. This is your last spin then. You shall be. Oh, no, fuck off. Let's not have the dwarves again. Well, I don't want to watch the dwarves too often. They're not that exciting. This wheel, man. This wheel just wants dwarfs today. We don't want to see any more dwarfs. Give us something more fun. Oh, thought it was going to be Beastmen. That would be a GG. Okay, Lizardmen. Outer shall be lizards. Which is not a bad choice. So this map, though, is quite broken up by little obstructions and things. So you've got to take that into account. Ben Fung going for the greenskins. Went Skaven like tier 1 faction before. Not everyone likes them, though. I'm not a fan. I'd pass on Skaven. That's going in the book. Look, the amount of times I've gone in the dwarf book, they're going to have to start a second book. We're on to the second book of grudges now because I filled up the first one. Just with my grudges, let alone anyone else. Well, you should play Troy instead. Blech. 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 Disgust. Yeah, I forgot I don't have a blocker on this. Jets. It's all good though. Welcome, Flemish. Ben's ready. He's not messing around. So Willow and Viscount 1-0 on a 1-win streak. Can they take it to 2? Troy is awesome and no magic spam. Yeah, it does have the no magic spam. Yeah, Troy's not bad. The combat's very much the same as Warhammer, so it feels kind of familiar. The maps are nice. I do like the maps on Troy. But, yeah, just didn't do it for me. The other factions select deluxe, you uncheck factions. Yeah, I just don't remember how to get to it. I used it like once. Come on, fellas. So less than or not quite less than a month, nearly less than a month, till we get some new beastmen. And some new lizards, but who cares? New beastmen. Beastmen best men. Let's go out. What's the most negative point in Troy? Don't know. I think there's just a few things that just lacked any. Like, even putting, like, the heroes in, the individual heroes, it should have been more of a traditional Total War game. Rather than putting in the heroes. It didn't really work very well. Some of the collisions and stuff looked rubbish. Maybe they've sorted them out now, I don't know, but the charges and stuff look pretty crap. There was some nice stuff that they added, like being able to switch weapons and... the terrain, being able to like properly slow you down and things, and bushes you can hide in for different units. They did some cool things, for sure. But for me, I think it's just I'm not that interested in that era of history. Not that it's not interesting, but it's just not one I've ever really... that's ever really grabbed me, I guess. And for me, that's kind of what keeps me playing a Total War. The historical ones, anyway. But it did just feel more like it was, hey, we've got these ideas, let's just try them out and put them in a game and call it a game, even though it's some of them don't really work and some do. Just didn't really feel like a committed Total War, I suppose. Which is often the way with those saga titles, I think. Yeah, exactly. If you love the Bronze Age and all that stuff, I can understand why you would like it more than someone who doesn't. It's like if you... a lot of people don't like Three Kingdoms because they're not interested in Chinese history, which is fine. I personally love it. I read Romance of the Three Kingdoms many years ago, so I was down for that. But unfortunately for Three Kingdoms, the battles were a little bit meh. Campaigns were great, battles meh. Too many units. Everything is just won by Hammer and Ember with Cav. Meh. Cool if the beastmen could summon some of the new demons. Yeah, it should be cool. Their rework should be good. Whatever it may be. I don't know yet. Fixed how? Melee and Cav are finally getting fixed. How are they fixing them, I wonder? Yeah, I'm a fan of Hordes. I played through the Chaos campaign a couple of months ago. It was fun. You just have to be careful. Not get too crazy. make some allies. Help them push out. Okay, here we go. Battle number 2. Willow's Dark Elves, Viscount's High Elves, Outer's Lizards, and Benfong's Greenskins. Bit of skirmish cav up front. Some forest to hide in on this map. What difficulty you enjoy playing on? I usually play very hard nowadays. I used to play very hard, but the AI gets too much leadership and Skaven slaves become pretty much unbreakable. I feel like I'm playing a different game. So I prefer it to try and stay somewhat true to multiplayer, which is hard in campaign and pretty much impossible because of all the buffs and stuff, but I like to know unit matchups and have them work that way, rather than Skaven slaves being like dwarves. I was hoping that someone had maybe made a mod where you could take all the buffs out of campaign to units so that their stats would stay the same as custom battles, but apparently it doesn't exist. That would be interesting to see how that affects campaign. Anyway, Skirmish Cav, the High Elves here, being eaten alive. Should have been on Skirmish. It's been caught by spiders and munched a little bit. Greenskins moving through the center. Some lizards on the way. So Viscount kind of playing the defensive here. But Willow pushing up on the flank. Greenskins coming in heavy on the front. Kind of having to deal with both factions though. Outer's on his way. Gobos, a couple of solar engines, of course. Got some shades to deal with. Lots of missiles on both sides. Shades, shades, shades. 4 shades over there. Bunch of missiles. Got some Lothan Seaguard here. Hold on. 2 High Elf Lords? Oh, it's a decoy. I was going to say, what the hell? Viscount's using some cheats. He's got his hacks on. It's just a decoy. Cheeky. Lizardmen, cheeky flank. Greenskins coming through the middle though. Got the big Black Orcs. Gonna catch a charge though. And being blasted by shades, which isn't good for them with their lack of shields. Black Orcs, not sure where they're going. Didn't want to take this fight. Probably wise to be fair. 2 units of armor piercing against 1. Although he has the support of Bastillodons there if they were to charge in. Chameleon skig missile fire from the back. Black Orcs staying out the way for now. 1 unit of Black Orcs gone. It's a little bit crazy. A lot of stuff at the back though for Outer. Still got all his Saurus back here chilling out. Not sure why. Probably wants to get those in there really. Help out his green skin ally. Ever play SFO? I haven't. I don't really like the idea of overhauls just because I have to spend so much time knowing the game for my job that to have to relearn it is not appealing. Because I have to relearn everything, I guess. Banishment coming in for the green boys. Oh, it's going to get him. That's so lucky. That banishment was like all the way over here and then it just wandered. Just where these Black Orcs happen to be. Cheeky, cheeky. There's a Hammer of Gork and some trolls. I don't know what Outer's doing back here. He's still got loads of ammo. I don't know why he's fallen back so much. Little Tempest. Catching that Lord. Getting Malekith a little. These Black Orcs need to do something. They just stood there taking fire at the moment. It's a bit of a weird battle from this side. These two are pretty much pushing now. And these two are kind of retreating, but kind of fighting. Outer probably doesn't want to waste his ammo on this silver shield, but at the same time, if they're going to stand out there doing nothing, they ain't going to be much use. Willow Shades pushing up. I hate this map in 1v1. It is a bit of an uncomfortable one, I think, because of all the things in the way. The pillars, there's all the forest, there's these big holes as well. It's not the nicest map to fight on, but such is the way of battle. Malekith, though, been grabbed. You're next. Oh, Grimgor's on the field. No one said Dad was here. Oh, Malekith nearly dead. Is he going to escape? Go on, Grimgor. Use your little legs. Oh, too slow. Too slow. Routed him, though. Got him down to 200 health. Ooh. He's got that skirmish gap that could pursue him and try to finish him off. Chameleons. So these chameleons should probably be spread out a bit, so there's some behind and some in front. So that then while they're chasing these, they can be shot in the back and avoid the shields. Which I think he's going to do now by the looks of it. Try to surround them. Got those Lost and Seaguard he can come up behind. Still anybody's game. Favor bar is bang in the middle, so it's not over. It's looking like Willow and Viscount are doing it because they're being more aggressive, but there's still a lot of strong lizard men and green stuff left. Or maybe not so much green stuff, but there's still plenty of lizards. Couple of dinos, Lossosaurus, double skink chief. It looks like Malekith is going to leave. Oh no, he has returned just and just. Going to save the leadership. Bit of cav coming to the rescue. Try to get rid of these chameleon skinks. Welcome, roleplay. Good eye, mate. Still got some Loth and Seaguard. Still got lots of Loth and Seaguard here in good health. But I mean, if there's a Foot of Gork or a Brain Burster, this is just money. Money right there. Some shots from some chameleons. What magic does he have? Don't tell me the Greenskins didn't have a caster. He might have been routed already. Can't see him. Well, he's got his artillery boys still alive. Probably get those back to their post. Viscount's lost his caster. But he's probably used a lot of his magic by now. Chameleon's getting into melee. Favor bar starting to sneak in Outer and Ben's favor. Dark Elf slowly running out of juice. Oh, a Tempest has grabbed Malekith and down he goes. Malekith takes a tumble. He's now worm food. Oh, Dark Elf's not liking that. A lot of routage. High Elf's hanging in there though. Still got a Lithanar. Still got those Loth and Seaguard as well. If they can kill Grimgor, that might help him get rid of the greenskins. Lizardmen are tough to stop right now with the double Bastiladon still in decent health. It's a tough one. Oh. And there's a GG. Looks like Outer and Ben did it. So Outer. Not a great deal of work from his characters. Not bad from the Lord, but... What Lord was it? It's the High Lord. Okay. Bit of work from the Saurus. So it's fairly spread out work throughout the entire army. Very much a team effort. No real single standout unit, but everybody doing okay for the most part. Ben Fong, Grimgor, doing a bit of work. Some nice work from those gobbos, 8 peak loonies. Couldn't get anything out of his Black Orcs, though. That is a pretty horrible performance from those Black Orcs. I think they got taken out before they could really do anything, mostly. One of them just stood there for a while, though. Not a lot out of the skirmish cav. Some work out of the artillery and the trolls, a little bit. Willow. Some work from Malekith. Nice work from the Shades. 1700, 2000, 18, 16. Not a great deal from the cav, so mostly in the Shades for Willow. Viscount. Not a lot from the characters. Some from the White Lions. So again, no standout performers. A little bit of damage spread out, but some units not getting their jobs done. But there we go. Good game, fellas. Oh, we got 2 more in already. Okay. So Outer and Ben will stay on as they won. See if they can take it to a 2-0. Space Monk and Beloved Son of Bretonia, which is spelt wrong, by the way. Are you two both newer players? If you are, we need to try and find a better player to switch one of you out with. We're trying to make it so that we got one better player and one slightly newer player on each team. But we may run out of better players. So any more better players out there that want to play? Otherwise, we'll have to start cycling in the ones we still have around. Why does my voice sound so weird on your stream? You tell me, man. But don't be too hard on yourself. If you can't see the game, add me on Steam. For some reason you can't see it sometimes until you add me on Steam. I only played versus my friend but had a good 100 battles. Okay. And who are you, Ivan? Ivan. I don't know who Space Monk and Beloved Son of Bretonia is in chat. That's the trouble. When people have different names, it's a nightmare for me. I don't know who's who. Welcome, Meridian. Too bad there isn't a lobby system. That would be cool, actually. Yeah, if you had like a bunch of people in here and then I could just pick people to play. Although I don't know what you do with everyone else. You could say they spectate, but then the connection would probably be horrible. What is counted as a better player? I'd say someone who has... Well, I don't know. There's so many levels that players can be at. But you can either be like a total noob who has no idea, doesn't know how to put a formation together, doesn't know how to build an army, doesn't really know how to find the matchups, and doesn't know units, things like that. That's kind of the very bottom of the pile, which is fine if you're one of those, but we need to team you up with someone who's better and who knows all of those things at least, so that we can get some more fair matchups. Because you got someone like Outer, who's a really strong player, and then Ben Fong seemed okay, but this is the first time I've seen him, so can't really judge him yet. He might be a secret pro, but judging by the numbers and scores and stuff from that last battle, we can start to get an idea of people. But I still don't know who's Space Monk. Make yourself known. I haven't seen a Space Monk in chat, so it's hard to keep up. Beloved Bretonia. Okay. Ivan is Bretonia. And you've had a lot of games against your friend. Okay. And you're Space Monk. I played Warhammer for 4 years, but only in campaign. Okay, we'll give you two a shot. We'll give you two a shot. With Sun being the slightly more experienced player, playing his friend mostly, but still, it's practice. It's multiplayer practice, which is the important thing. And then Space Monk, who is a campaign-only player. But sometimes that can actually translate. We've had a few campaign-only players that actually turn out to be fairly decent at multiplayer. Let's change the map real quick, though. Let's go Toothgrass Hill. Okay, so Ben, you need to choose... You can choose your faction, but it has to be a different one from the one you've just played. Outer, we will spin the wheel for. Sun, we will spin the wheel for. And Space Monk can choose his faction. So, Outer. 2 choices. 2 spins. Always wanted to try multi, but you suck. Well, now is the time. Norska outer, yay or nay? Are you taking everyone for the games, all those patrons? Yeah, anybody's fine. Depending on the skill level, we may try to... Nay? Really? Hot damn. Yeah, we're trying to get teams that are 1 better player and 1 newer player, so... kind of become a bit fair. Vampire Coast it is then, Outer. Not sure how we'd feel about that. And... Beloved Son of Bretonia. You get 2 spins. This is your first one. Ooh, nearly greenskins. Vampire Counts. Yay or nay? You were already on Vampire Counts. Maybe that means you like them. I don't know. I used to play tournaments. Okay, I'll give you a try on the next one. Got 900 hours in single player. More limited in multiplayer. Yeah, like I said, sometimes it translates. We've had people that have never... Well, they say they've never played multiplayer really before, only campaign. And they actually do pretty well. But then others just don't. So... did you want Vampire Counts? Oh, we've lost a man. What happened to Space Monk? Crap! I'm going to guess he disconnected. Yeah, the only other request I have is that you have a reasonable internet connection. If you have a really bad internet connection, it's going to ruin it for everybody. So, as much as I don't like to turn people away. So you are happy... Where's he gone? Taken? You're happy with vampires? Okay, good. Cool, yeah. Build your armies. Please try not to take too long. Keep the stream moving. Space Monk can be whatever he wants. So Outer and Ben just won their first one. They're on a 1-0. They're on a little streak. Challenged by Beloved Son and Space Monk. Are my opponents good? So is my opponent's good? I was kind of looking at something else. Beloved Son has played a lot of multiplayer only against his friend, though. Which obviously... See, that's the thing. If you played against your friend and your friend is good, it'll probably make you good. But if you played against your friend and your friend isn't very good, then you may not have learned as much as you might have done as if he was good, you know? So it could depend on the quality of your training partner. No worries, Steph. Enjoy your non-Hawaiian pizza. Or potatoes. I wish CA would update the vampire counts. Yeah, so it leaves... Who's still not updated? The vampire counts, the dwarfs, and Norska. And... I guess Bretonia. But I feel like they've got quite a big roster. For some reason. To get the achievement for winning 10 multiplayer battles. Well, you can actually do that in campaign, in co-op campaign, I think. So you can kind of cheat that one. Oh. I added those people. I do clean my friends list out occasionally, if you don't play on stream or anything, so don't be surprised if you get removed. Nothing personal. Just try to keep my friends list practical. Only people that I actually play games with or that play on stream, essentially. What's the lowest tier race? That's a good question. Guess it might be dwarfs. Chaos. Come on, fellas. More than enough time to build an army. Let's go. Yeah, just ready up if you're ready. Don't bother waiting. If you ready, it encourages everyone else to hurry up. So it's not like there's a timer or anything like quick battle. So open the second book. Not Norska. Norska have a fairly small roster and they need some things like new lord choices, but I think they do okay. They compete okay. But sure, they could probably use... Their campaigns could definitely use an update. But their army roster isn't in desperate need of anything. They kind of have their style and it works. Although they do have some glaring weaknesses, but... hey-ho. What do I need to do to battle with you? Wait till I play on stream. Which probably won't be today. Sometimes I just can't be asked to play. Others, I'm like, yeah, let's play some battles. What about vampires? Yeah, vampires probably do need an update. I think people still do alright with them though in multiplayer. But they are very predictable. They pretty much have one play style. And that's it. Which is just bog them down with skeletons and zombies. And then maybe Graveguard. And then hit him with Blood Knights and Terrorgeists and a strong lord and magic. Every game. Save them until people are building armies. Probably best. When the battle starts, I do miss chat sometimes. Although we're waiting right now, so shoot. Isn't Nefereta expected? I have no idea. Fortunately, I don't know much vampire lore, so I'm not sure who that is. But I think CA said they were going to try and flesh out as much of Warhammer lore as they can, so if it's a popular lord in the lore, there's a good chance they'll make it in at some point. As long as it makes kind of sense with the timeline and stuff, I guess. Although I know some lords don't. Okay, vampires, Norskans. See, so this is a good pairing. Vampire Counts and Norskans, they're both rush factions. They both can't play any other way. Neither of them can play defensive, so they kind of work well together. Because they're both going to push no matter what. Whereas, same with Vampire Coast and Skaven, actually. These are both ranged heavy factions, or they can be at least. Especially the Skaven. They could be, you can play other playstyles with them, but you got a lot of strong artillery and missiles, so you can play defensive, as obviously the Vampire Coast will as well. So, two good pairings. We'll see who wins. Rush or ranged? Hoo hoo hoo. Do you know I owned a sword? I do. I own a few weapons. I want to get a bit more of a collection and put them up there, but just haven't got around to it yet. How do I join this? Do I have to do something in Discord? No, you just got to be really fast on typing Big Pigeon when this game ends. We'll cycle as many players in as we can. How can you join the stream? Same thing. When the lobby ends, you can try and jump in. But we're doing 2v2 King of the Hill, so some people are staying on for a while. So until they lose, or they have to leave, then we'll have to switch it around. Which mirror match would be the least excruciating to watch? Ugh. Not a fan of mirror matches. Some could be fun, like maybe Empire, because they've got quite a diverse roster. But if you had like a dwarf mirror match, that is boredom personified. I'm not really sure it's personified, but you know what I mean. It'll be a pretty boring watch. It's like trying to watch Treekin kill Ironbreakers. It's just a long day. You better get out the deck chairs and just watch for a long, long time. Okay, Skaven and Vampire Coast playing inside each other. Two becoming one. Rats becoming undead. Imagine that, undead rats. And Vampires and Norskins playing separately. Both strategies can have their advantages. You got to get one of those stealthy weapons. Hey, if they make one of those as like a special edition, I will get it somehow. I will find a way. I do like that weapon. You're on standby if you need a 10 out of 10 player. I think you've added an extra 1 in there at the start, maybe. Some cheeky Norscan Warhounds trying to sneak round, but they're a little too alone, which means they are very much targeted, and away they go. Some poison winds, not easy to stop. So we've got 2 lines of death here, which is this is a little telltale sign of players' skill, right? Not saying they're bad players, but when you've got lines of death like this, it's risky. Not so much with zombies because they don't cost anything, but if you get a wind spell, which is possible from the vampire counts. I'm not sure if the Skaven have a decent wind spell. Not like Burning Head or Pendulum or something. This is why you need gaps between your units, so the wind spells don't fuck ya. Because they're very strong in this game, and very common. You're a good 6. Maybe 7. Truth. Berserkers coming in though. So Berserkers should smash through these Deckhand Mob and Skaven Slaves fairly quick. It depends if they get blasted to bits by poison winds and stuff first. It looks like they're going for the Lord. Curious. It's got a lot of Berserkers though. Got some Trolls there as well. Skaven have Crack Call. That's not that long though, is it? Oh no, that can get maybe 2 units or so. Yeah, that's not a bad one actually. Vangeist's Revenge for the Vampire Coast, potentially, which is very strong. But no wind spells are a problem in this one. So lots of bogging down. Ooh. Skaven hitting its own Plague Priest there. Claw of Nagash in there. Gorich is here as well. It's getting a bit laggy. Got some Cairn Wraiths. Berserkers smashing their way through some of the infantry. Going to break this side nice and quick. This leaves a nice opening to get around. There are some depth guard back here though. They're going to have some killing power. It's getting a little bit laggy. See, when the game turns into this, our units start moving at half speed. This is where we have problems. Sometimes it's just temporary. This doesn't look too bad. It's starting to speed up again. There we go. But if a whole battle is like that, half speed, it's pretty much unplayable. We usually just skip out of those, but this is resumed. It's a bit laggy though. There's a lot going on. There's a lot on the screen. Skaven losing some units. Norscan's losing some units. Norscan's still pushing forward. These trolls, there's probably too many units here right now. Though I guess I feel like the trolls should come out of there and maybe come after something else. They're not gonna. They don't really need to be there beating up Skaven spears. Fimir here, taking on Lamprey's Revenge and the Depth Guard. Those might want some help. Bullet. Vampires Lost a lot of their units now. A lot of zombies, obviously. They don't last very long in some situations. Still got his Chaos Wraiths. Still got his Lord, Vlad. But Throt is after him. And Gorich isn't far away. Surprised he's not jumping on the Lord here. You could probably take him out pretty quick if he focused him down. Skin Wolves coming in for the artillery. Better late than never. Some halberds answering though. Feels like these defensive boys are hanging on. Uh-oh. This is not looking good for Skaven. There's a Wind of Death. See, that was a very expensive... Wind of Death is a very expensive spell, and it took out Skaven slaves and clan rats. Was it worth it? Was it worth the 18 magic to kill 2 very inexpensive units? These are the questions you have to ask. Norskins, though, making a big push on this side, but still a lot of resistance in the Depth Guard, Lampreys, Noctilus there as well. Is Quick Match the main spot for multiplayer, or do most regulars use Discord and then host a game? There's a lot of multiplayer communities out there, which is where most people play, I think. This one's a little messy, but it looks like Outer and Ben might be taking the 2-0. Outer's still got a lot of strong stuff left. Norska running out of juice. Norska not really good at fighting in the long game. They got to kill things off quick. Old Throggy was the Lord. He's coming back with a purpose, but don't think it's going to be enough. Away he goes. And down the challengers go. Not a bad effort, but the range was too strong. Okay, we'll save some time. We won't look at kills. Okay, thanks for playing, Space Monk and Beloved Son. But Ben Fung and Outer holding on, 2-0. Kings of the Hill. If you two could take your leave. Now we need one more better player and one newer player. We had someone who said they were a better player. Who used to play in tournaments? Somebody. Willamos, was it? I think you added me, actually. Hopefully you'll be able to see the game. I'm a new player. We got Volcom Emperor. Who's this? And what is your current state of skill? When will Total War Warhammer 3 be released? I don't know, but Epic Games Store, being non-epic, leaked September a while ago. Whether that was accurate, who knows? But they accidentally put it up and then took it down as saying September. So there's guesses at September. I'd say September, October. So we'll see. End of the year somewhere. What you're saying, Willamos. Password is Big Pigeon. Okay, Luna Santa and Volcom. That is you. Okay, you're Finn. You've only played campaign. Okay, we're going to call you a newer player. Volcom. Have you let yourself be known? You're Volcom. Not brilliant. Okay, whoa. Okay, Luna, if you could take a dive in this one, just because Volcom was here first. And then we get Willamos in. As he said, he's more experienced. Then we've kind of got a more even match. Otherwise, Ben Fung and Outer are going to sit here forever. Because it's going to be uneven teams if we keep allowing 2 newer players to fight. Thanks, buddy. We'll try and get you in the next one. Or because we got a lot of people that want to play, we might have to end the King of the Hill thing. We'll try a couple more. Big Pigeon, Willamos. Big Pigeon. One word, lowercase. Big Pigeon. Anyway, now is the time for any stupid questions, if you wish. Any one-on-one planned? Probably not today. Maybe some free-for-alls, we'll see. Willamos, are you there? Okay, let's spin. So, Ben and Volcom can choose your factions. Outer. 2 spins. Tomb Kings. Outer. Yay or nay? Go on without you? There's a storm. Scheiße. Okay, we need another better player. Who's we got? Who's a bit more experienced? Anybody? And does Outer want Tomb Kings? He's probably away doing something else again. Oh, there he is. Okay. You shall be then, my son. Yeah, if nobody else comes forward, Willow, we'll jump you in. The French. The French for the Canadian. Okay, Meridian. Are you on the better end, would you say? Play a lot of multiplayer, so I'm not super novice. Okay. Willow's on his way out. It's on his last 3 legs. Okay. Meridian. Okay, we're just going to fucking try it. Meridian, I'm going to make you spin, even if you're the worst player in the world. 2 faction choices. Here we go. Norska. Yay or nay? If you don't want this, you'll have to be the next faction, though. Yeah, we'll try one more outer, and then I think we'll probably have to just drop it to changing every game. There seems to be a lot of people that want to play. Or we could do some noob battles. Maybe that would be a good idea, as we've got a lot of new players. We'll do one more of these, though. See if you can go 3-0. See if you and Ben can take it to 3-0. Meridian, are you still here? Can you hear me, lad? Alright, Meridian doesn't seem to know what's going on. Play whatever you want. Everybody play whatever you want. Even you, Outer, if you like. Fuck it. I never played multiplayer and have started playing in the last month or 2. Still trying out all the factions that I own. You only have one ongoing long campaign with Tomb Kings. Thank you for your work. It has helped me a lot. You're welcome. Outer going Wood Elves. Ben going Greenskins. Against a couple of lizards. Let me change the map real quick. Let's just go for one of the big multiplayer ones, shall we? Let's go for Peak Pass. Peak Pass. That'll do. Free for all after this. Not sure at the moment. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see. Maybe we'll do a mixture of free-for-alls and noob battles. Have we got any multiplayer virgins in the house? Anyone that's never played multiplayer before but has thought about it, but is kind of scared, wants to try it but not sure? Maybe we could get 2 virgins going at it while we all watch. Let's get weird. I consider myself mediocre at best. But not sure if that qualifies for noob. We shall see. Why is the money you can spend on your armies usually capped where we only see a few elite units and not even full stacks? Would be cool if full stacks or elite units battle it out. Well, that's part of the fun. And the fun of building. You could bring a whole bunch of elite units, but you have a small army. Sometimes that can work. Sometimes that's a terrible idea. And the other way. Sometimes you can bring a full stack. Some armies can bring full stacks. Greenskins, pretty easy. Beastmen probably can. Skaven. But high elf full stack? Good luck. Lucky to get a half stack with the high elves. But that's part of the fun. That's part of the differences between the factions. Or Rickon. Trees drink chocolate milk. Who knew? You learn something new every day. I'm pretty mediocre too. I never play multiplayer. Okay. I'm just spectating today. Well, that's what I try to do. I try to get people that have never played multiplayer before but want to, but are a little bit scared, and then I take them and try to encourage them to go into the worst situation possible by playing on stream in front of 100 people or whatever, and then having all of their fuck-ups viewed. So then it gets them over the fear of, hey, well, it can't get any worse, right? Can't get any worse if I've lost miserably in front of 200 people. 187 people, to be precise, apparently. Yeah, and we can talk about, maybe we'll do a new battle after this, and then we'll do a free-for-all, new battle, free-for-all, new battle, free-for-all. I just like to give people a gentle push. Well, it's actually just more of like a greenskins charge, and then just fucking push them into the arena, and then just watch, and see if they get murdered. Maybe they'll come out on top. Who knows? Yeah, it's a bit of deep end. Chuck them in at the deep end, throw some rocks at them where they're trying to get out, and see if they survive. How big is latency in this game? You're from Germany, you should be fine. We've got plenty of Germans that play, and they play just fine. So it's all good. What we said about 3 Kingdoms earlier is so true. Yeah, I think there's just too many units in 3 Kingdoms, I feel like. There's just too many. They should have taken more of a Shogun approach. I think that would have been better. Okay. We'll make this the last 2v2 for now. See if Outer and Ben can take it to a 3-0. Or whether they'll be stopped by the lizards. Please don't laugh at my performance. If it's really bad, I'll make a video out of it, so don't worry. Only joking. I won't really. What should we draw? How about, we haven't seen Sol in a boat for a while. Here he is, having a wave. Well happy. Loves this boat. skink, draw it. How about Australian? Hey, can work. Outer is Canadian, so he's connecting from a long way away, but his games are always fine. Draw a Norscan warship. I feel like that's not a bad warship. It looks a bit like a duck. There's an angry Norscan with an axe. There you go. Draw a willow. There you go. I drew like 50 of them all over there. I got some skills, what can I say? Draw a rocket ship. There's the rocket coming out the end. The fire. Sold on a duck. That is a challenge for another day. I need to work on that one. Okay, battles underway. Ho, ho, ho. So lizards, got some Saurus. Got some solar engines, got some salamanders, got Gorok. Got a lot of... Oh, got Temple Guard Saurus. Ancient salamanders over here. Croxagore Ancient. Don't see this fella very often. Bit of Greenskins Cav coming up. Outer playing a tree game. Bringing a big ball of doom after this Carnosaur and this Bastillodon. And here comes... Oh, Croaky. Croaky, look at this. This is a fucking game ender, Croak. Fucking end the game right now. Why is he not doing his croak thing? He's got all of his cav, including the goddamn expensive Silverin, whatever they're called. Not Silverin. What are they called? Sylvan. Close. If he dropped his most expensive magic spell there, he probably just ended Outer's game right there. But I think the opportunity's gone now. Looks like he's going to drop it here instead. Yeah, a little too late. He had him cut it. He might have run away, but I think there was a fairly good shot. He could have done some real damage there. But nobody rushing up too much, apart from Outer. Taking out the Carnosaur. Not looking good for the Bastillodon. He's got Ariel in there as well. She's just chilling out. Covered in ketchup. It would be nice if they toned down the blood for Warhammer 3. It looks fucking stupid. Look at that guy. Stupid. Looks like he's been swimming in ketchup. Oh, some nice shots landed on the Bastillodon from the sisters. Bit of a skirmish for the Greenskins for now. Does have the fiery damage from the Salamander pack, but that's not much use against the Silver Knights. Needs them magical attacks. Triad's getting a bit beaten up. Croaky still in there. Star Chamber Guardians have taken a bit of a beating from something. Maybe the missiles. Greenskins army a little divided. There's a lot of it over here. Skirmish Cav. Black Orcs here engaging with some Saurus. Not too bad I suppose. Some Temple Guard over here, the Star Chamber boys. Fighting trolls. Grimgor's on the field. The Bastillodon's hanging in there. Might be getting some heals. Trying to finish off this Bastillodon. Lost Silver Knights are most... Oh no, they're there. They're still going. All I could see was the one left. I thought maybe they'd all died off, but nope. Still going strong. Need some magical attacks for those. Black Orc's broken. Some still over here though. Greenskin still got some power. Still got some power to use. Are you a tattoo artist? I definitely am not. Could you not tell by my drawing skills? I mean, if you want this tattooed on you, by all means, I'll do it. I'll give them away at Zircon, sold on a boat. $9.99. Cheap as you like. War coming off. Hey, remember when War used to affect both factions on a co-op game? Those were the days. Oh, Croaky! Oh, Croaky's down. Croaky's down. He's just sitting there chilling now. Looks like Outer's slowly getting the better of these lizard men. Wearing him down. Still got his Lord. Still got Ariel. Still got the Silver Knights. Got a lot of stronger stuff left. And his ally. Got the Black Orcs. A little bit left. Still got Grimgor in good health. Who are you watching? So it's just a bunch of community players. Outer Region and Ben Fong. On a 2-win streak. Might be taking it to 3-0 here. Do you turn down the graphics for multiplayer? I do not. Graphics should still look good, man. Might get a little laggy if your connection's laggy. And it's a little, maybe a little stuttery because my PC is struggling to handle all this. As Total War can be demanding, especially with streaming on top. Still waiting on my 3080. Maybe next year, eh? I mean, I'm getting to the point where I'm like, should I just get ripped off on eBay? I really, really don't want to. Or to give money to somebody like that, but fuck it, I'm sick of the whole shortage thing. And it's affecting my streams, man. Noob, thanks for the $5, my man. Much appreciated. Okay, there we go. Outer and Ben Fong taking it to the 3-0. Champions of the day, it seems. Good stuff. Well played, fellas. Thanks for playing Meridian and Volcrum. We shall end this 2v2 free-for-all now. We'll call Ben and Outer the winners of the day. Let's do a Noob battle. Gonna drop you two out as you've just played. Thanks for playing. Thanks, Outer. Ben for sticking around. And all the challenges. Okay, 2 newer players. Noob battle time. 2 noobs. Who we got? Okay, Luna's back. Cool. 1 more noob. Doesn't matter if you played a little bit. We'll see where you're at. Okay, we've got Alkinoxy. Who's this? Who be you? Okay, play whichever factions you like. Just have a battle. That's all you got to do. I'll comment and give any advice where I can, where necessary. Hopefully help you out. and anyone else who may be watching who may make the same mistakes. Please try not to take too long building your army. Ooh, Alki not messing around. He's ready already. He's either really confident and knows how to build, or he's a total noob and he has no clue and he just pressed auto-gen. Who knows? The room is called Z-Wars. Alright, here we go, nice and quick. I like it. Took me 5 months of waiting for your 3080. That doesn't sound that bad. I ordered mine in October. Still waiting. And it's even advised that I cancel it. There's like a waiting list thing and it says the one that I ordered, the MSI one. And it says advised to cancel order. But they're not cancelling it yet, so there's a chance. So I'll keep waiting for now. I should have ordered an Asus card though, because they seem to keep coming in. Asus seem to be getting on with it. Still making cards. MSI don't seem to be making many. You got yours with a PC? Ah, of course. Can't CA just get you a card or something? No, I don't think they have hardware power so much. And plus, with just how sought after they are, it'd be difficult. And then they'd have to get one for all the other YouTubers that are still waiting for them. So... Pigeon with a D. Yep, no D in pigeon. Okay, put yourselves together, fellas. I suppose we can have a little look. What are we looking at then? Spearmen. Halberds. Swordsmen. Some handgunners there, I think. Demigriffs. Outriders. A little mortar. Carl Franz and a Bright Wizard. Uh-oh. The Franz is on foot. You forgot your horse, Carl. Carl, where's your horse? Where is it, lad? He needs to get some sleep. Look at those bags under his eyes. Get some sleep, man. Bright Wizard. How you doing, buddy? Not very good by the sounds of it. Just screamed in my face. Also forgotten his horse. Seems to be a horse shortage in the Empire, which could be bad for them. Vampires. Coming with the skeletons. Up front. Got some Grave Guard. Got Vladdy. So luckily, a Foot Lord. Carl might be okay. Cryptoras. Black Knights. Vargolf. Vargeists. More Black Knights. Okay. Okay, let's see what they can do. Yeah, I think the whole scalping shit, to be honest, should be illegal. I don't know how they get away with that. Buying something and then selling it for 2 or 3 times the price, how is that at all a good thing in any way, shape or form? People could just do that with everything all of the time. But just because there's a shortage, they get away with it? Ridiculous. And it's like, I bet those people are just like working normal jobs and doing that on the side, and I bet they don't declare the money that they're making from this scalping shit. So, tax evasion, in a sense. Okay, Empire. Not sure what this formation is. It was looking good to start with, but these handguns being at the front, these really need to be behind at the back. Otherwise, they're going to get engaged with, and then they won't be able to fire, and they won't do anything. So they need to be back here. Got his cav out wide, though. That's a plus. Mortar. Vampire's bringing the flyers in. Got a little ball of infantry coming up. So charging these Vargeists up a little bit alone, and this is why that's a bad idea. Just getting blasted by the handguns. Half dead already. He's going to go after the artillery, which isn't a bad call, but it's not sure it's worth 1,000 of Vargeists. Pretty sure Vargeists are more expensive than mortars. Those Vargeists are going down. Uh-oh, forgotten Kev, maybe. So vampires coming in. Could be a little bit wider in their formation. They should probably look to tie up some of this stuff on the sides, maybe. There's not a lot of damage dealing potential from the Empire, though. It's mostly spears. Swordsman is going to be the best hope. Politics even okay here? You talk about whatever you want as long as you are respectful to each other. Oh. Big wind of death. Gets himself a little bit, but does a sack. Oh, burning head coming back. Again, does fair damage, but also gets himself a little bit. These wind spells taking over. Empire, though, can't handle it. Although neither can the vampires, they just evaporated. Grenade launchers. So very much a noob game in the sense that both players just plowed forward into each other. Not a great deal of flanking. A little bit of flyer flanking here from the vampires. And maybe some with the cav as well. So we've got a little bit of flanking, but when you've got the wider army, which in this case the Empire did, these halberds can come round. This side maybe not so much. Over here he's got some cavalry. Needs to assist over here. Nice hammer and anvil from the Empire. Nice work there. Vargeist doing a good job to keep the handgunners at bay. Mortar still going though. Empire stuff returns. So he's got the fire wizard. What spells does he have? Got piercing bolts, flame storm, burning head, flaming sword. Probably could have done without flame storm just because it's a bit too random. And only really works if units are, or armies are in a tight formation, which the vampires usually aren't. But it looks like the Empire is slowly but surely winning it. Vargolf is going down. Vlad's not too bad though. Some Vargeists are okay as well. Double cav charge. Douche. So Vargeists maybe missing fear opportunities here. He had something with a bit of terror as well. I think his Vargolf was gone. I think that had terror. Might be able to spook these away if he hits them hard. These spearmen and Empire swords. Pretty low on the leadership. Some nice charge from the cabs as well. Nice surround. This could be big. What he needs is another wind of death. A wind of death through this little Empire ball. That's a GG, I think. Even though the Empire are looking like they're going to win. He's got these handgunners he needs to take out. These are dangerous. These are the answer to everything he has left, really. The Vargeists. The Cav. If we can kill them quick enough. Stand your ground in effect, though. Extra melee defense and leadership for the Empire. Vlad's wavering. Still got a lot of health and regen, though. Can the Empire hold on? Looks like they're going to. Vampiros going down. Good game, fellas. Fairly even match for the first half. And then slowly the Empire started to edge it. Okay, we'll have a little watch of the replay. Talk about a few bits real quick. And then we're going to do a free-for-all. Paul Conrad, $5 in the PayPal. Is that what you're saying? Thank you very much, sir. Very kind. Appreciate it. Keeps me going. Keeps me going. Okay. So, first couple of things. Karl Franz, not as tough as he looks. He needs a horse at least. Always on a horse. Because in most cases, any decent player would probably jump on him because he can't get away from anything because he's on foot. Same with the wizard. Always want to give these horses, really. Unless you're facing like the dwarves or something you can just run away from. In this game, in this case, he got kind of lucky though because it was only Vlad. He didn't have. If he had Manfred on a dragon and then a couple of white kings or something, Karl probably wouldn't have lasted very long. Also, these missiles on the front should have been at the back because as soon as something melee comes along and touches these, they're going to not be able to fire anymore and then probably just die. Vampires, bringing these in a little too early. Not really going to do anything. Good response by the handguns. They're going to get blasted. This was simply a case of being too early. Like mortars, you went to take out the mortars, but they're not really a huge worry. You don't have anything massively expensive that he can shoot that he's going to take out and ruin your day with. The Graveguard a little bit, but it's only going to take a couple of shots before you get to them. Would have been better just bringing these around the back and just waiting until the rest of your army arrived so that those handgunners were distracted and then coming in all together, which he kind of does here. Empire as well probably wants to turn to face here as well, so you need to learn how to rotate your entire army. So at the moment he's kind of got this facing, but he really wants this facing because the enemy is coming from that direction. So need to use the old Alt left mouse button control rotate. I've got various videos on that. Would have just made things a little bit cleaner. A little bit more easy to see what was going on. So here these handgunners, they're on skirmish. But still better off to just have them behind the line because then they can keep firing the whole time. Got those nice grenade launchers. Vampires set up well with their Cav. Oh. Cav and Vargeists ready to come in. Just needs a little more cohesion with everything else to all come in together. These should probably be here by now. Nice Wind of Death and a nice Burning Head. Both doing fair old damage. Eventually some nice Hammer and Anvil coming up here as well. Banshun, 500 yen. Thank you very much, good sir. Much appreciated. Whoa, don't punch your mic though. So yeah, a bit of a blob fest this one. Empire had the numbers advantage. Could have looked to flank round a bit more. Got that advantage now that they've just broken some zombos or skeletons. Just try and envelop as much as you can. Vlad should be in there as well. A lot of melee killing power in that dude. Maybe the vampires could have chased things off a little more. When you broke these handgunners especially. Should have probably stayed on them so that they didn't come back. These halberds could have stayed on them, kept damaging them. Because you got the Black Knights that could do that. They're not too expensive to leave out of the main fight for a while. Some cav going a bit astray over here. Coming back though. I think that's most of the main things. Vampires. I feel like Vargolf maybe not the best pick against the Empire. Probably wanted a bit more cav. Blood Knights, of course. Bats can be a good choice as well. But of course he went with the Vargeists, who are just strong bats. Getting the mortar here for the taking. Let's have a look at what did the most damage actually. That can kind of tell us. And here as well, if you had, like I said, if you had a Wind of Death, he probably would have turned the game around right there. If you had the magic for it. It's an expensive spell, so maybe you just didn't have the magic, but if you did, probably would have taken him out. Let's have a look. Calfran's doing a little bit of work. That burning head for the Bright Wizard. Infantry is infantry. The handgunners did a little bit. Demigriff's doing pretty well. Nice work from the grenade launchers. So I needed to stop the cav a little bit more. For the most part. Vlad did a fair bit of work. Skeletons didn't do a lot. Maybe a little too much infantry for the vampire counts. Maybe could have just lost the crypt horrors and a unit of skeletons. Or maybe switch those out for a unit of extra graveguard. Black Knights didn't do a lot. They were outmatched probably by their demigriffs. Vargeists can be tough to get value from, I think. And the Vargolf as well. Probably not the best in this situation because he doesn't have much armor. He's quite easily shot and things, or stabbed. So it would have been better off with some Blood Knights probably. But there we go. Good game all the same, fellas. Let's do a free for all. Okay, anybody is welcome. This is going to be Z-Wars 1, just in case Z-Wars, the normal one, is still around. Big Pigeon is the password. Get ready. Get ready. Here we go. Got a couple of friends lists. Just the one. Do good old Grover Slaughter. You were Legend of Total War. What's your rating for a Vargeist Doomstack? No idea. I don't really play with Doomstack, so ask Legend. He'll know. Okay, we got 4 in. Okay, we'll take these. We'll take these. We'll play a few more before the end. Probably go for maybe another hour. So we'll get a few more in. Play whichever factions you like. Try to make your army as quick as you can. Let's get it moving. I should have held off on the Raised Dead and saved for Wind of Death instead. Yeah, I mean Raised Dead is always useful. But that's the trouble with those expensive spells like Wind of Death. Is they take up a lot of your resource. So you either got to save them for the perfect moment, or just not use them. But you did use it once and it did work well. Although, you also have to look at what you're hitting with it. If you use a Wind of Death on Skaven Slaves to kill like 2 or 3 units of Skaven Slaves, you're going to get like what? 300 or 400 damage value out of that, which is really not worth 18 magic. But if you're going to use it on Plague Monks or Storm Vermin, you're probably going to get a good 1,000 or so value from that 18 damage, which is much better. But in that end game situation when you had all his units clumped together, probably would have been a good idea. Even though they weren't super expensive units, they were the majority of his army left at that point. So there's a lot of variables. When will you introduce the Beastmen and Lizard new DLC units? Probably towards the end of the month. Or maybe the start of next month. One of the two. Probably the start of next month, actually. Comes out on the 14th. Who's the best Bretonnian Lord for multiplayer? Luen or the Fae? I think the Fae Enchantress is pretty popular these days. The password is Big Pigeon for future reference. One word lowercase, as you can see written there, by Maximilian, aka Viscount. You had unspecified error. You probably tried to join when the game was full, but it wasn't full at the time, but then other people got there first, so it just got confused, I imagine. Empire, Beastmen, Skaven, Greenskins. Who do you think will win? Greenskins. Greenskins every time. Don't let me down, Vulcan. What do you think of SFO Grimhammer? I haven't played any of the... I don't play overhaul mods, basically. Too much to relearn for me. I've got to spend all my time learning this game so I can make videos about it. Which is the best spell in Lore of Vampires? Invocation of Nehek. Every day. Right, get out, everyone's cabinet. As I say, I do clean my friends list out occasionally, so don't be surprised if you disappear, if you don't play on the stream or anything very often. Nothing personal. What's your opinion on spent money on lots of cheap units and your build melee and range combined? Depends. What faction are you playing? What faction are you facing? I never played online. Now might be the time. Okay, who we got? Make up the war. Willow, Trashbat, Volkern. Okay. So we got High Elves next to Vampire Counts and Greenskins. Skaven Rats in the distance. Okay. I hate this map. But why? It's a nice map. Your money's on the rats. I mean, I don't know anything about the other three players apart from Willow. I know Willow's a good player. Don't know about the others. And he's played a lot of free-for-alls on streams and stuff, so he's got the free-for-all experience. I think does come into play. It's getting a little bit laggy though. Hopefully everyone's connection is suitable. Role player with the 5 Australian bucks. GTGM. Got to go, man. Don't know what that means. It's 11 PM. Glad you enjoyed it, my man. Thanks for the 5. Enjoy your sleeping. Or whatever else you may be doing. Going out to play some bingo? I don't know. Your connection should be fine. Doesn't look too bad. Everything seems to be moving mostly full speed, so that's a good start. So, High Elves. Lothan Seaguard. Regular Spearmen, got some White Lions, got a bit of Cav. Silver Helms and Imric on his big boy dragon. So fairly balanced. Standard High Elf army. Got a Bolt Thrower as well. Willow with the Vampires. Zombos. Spears and Graveguard. Black Knights, Blood Knights. Same again. Corpse Guard. White King. Strigoi Vampire Lord. Trash bat. Coming with the Skaven slaves and the clan rats, all the cheap infantry. Warp fire throwers. Christ. If he gets even 500 value out of these, I'll be impressed. If I get 400. Rattlings. Jezzails. Lots of missiles, basically. Poison winds. Going heavy on the artillery and the missiles, but does he have enough to protect it all? Probably not, but we'll see. Savage Orcs. Crimson Killers. Hells yeah. Gobbos. Savage Boys. A couple of archers. Black Orc Boss. Wurzag. Even a Rogue Idol on the field. Got a little artillery as well. I tell you what, this Skaven. People are going to have this on their mind. Money bags. Money bag units that are easy to get. And I think that's all of it. Okay. See what they do. Lucius. I hate this map because it screws my game plan. Big woods in the middle. That's the fun of it. It's got lots of obstructions and everything else. Thank you for the £5 up. Very kind. I think everyone's just going to go for Skaven. Funny, I've always heard your voice while playing, but not know the face. Yeah, I always get that I don't look like my voice. Does the face match the voice? Apparently not. I don't know what people expect. But, whatever. Okay, so Skaven. The problem with this can be a common mistake when playing Skaven, is they bring a lot of missiles, which are very powerful, and will do absolutely tons of damage. But this isn't campaign. Players are a lot smarter than the AI, and they will punch through this crappy line of Skaven slaves and clan rats pretty quick, most likely. And then all this is fucked. So we'll see what happens, though. See if he can make it work. Greenskin's playing it cool. High Elves going for the Greenskins. Brave. Willow. Willow knows the money when he sees it. He's going after it. Surprised Greenskins didn't. So Greenskins are probably going to be the best for punching through this line quick and getting after stuff. They got all the killer infantry. So I might be missing a trick by not coming after them. This is not a good map for the use of arty. Well, I don't know. It's not too bad. At least for like trebuchet type things. These are firing over these rocks and stuff. They got some range. But yeah, this much range is going to be difficult to protect. Some Black Knights coming out the woodwork. Going to get some Skaven slaves just about in the way, but they are going to reach those rattlings. And something's been spawned up. Maybe some zombos. Oh no, he's spawning up some clan rats. Cheeky, cheeky. Okay. Some Greenskins cab coming in on the other side. Rattling's gone already. The struggle to protect is real. Some zombies or some crypt horrors have been spawned. They're just waiting to do something, which I'm sure they will in a minute. High Elves decided to stay back for some reason. Welcome, Wachtelberg. Probably pronounced that wrong, but I won't even attempt to say your first name. Welcome. I'm all good. Yeah, Orcs and High Elves kind of playing it cool. High Elves playing the range game a little bit first. Greenskins do seem a little bit indecisive. Free-for-alls are a bit of a game of speed. Crypt Ghouls. Got a hold of a bunch of missile units here. Going to be answered by some Skaven slaves. But here comes the opening. Oh, look at this money bags for Willow. That's what I said. This is all just dollar signs. Willow's just... Let me just draw Willow's face right now. That's his face. Dollar signs in his eyes. You seeing these rather expensive rattling guns and artilleries, and he's eating them for breakfast. And it's making him some bank. He's about to take the lead, I think. He does. Trashbat not far behind though. Trashbat putting some damage back, but I think Trashbat is going to run out of juice because all his powerful missiles are going out the window. Greenskin's getting into it though. Getting after those high elves. White Lion's going to struggle with the Crimson Killers and the Savage Orc Biggins. Oof. That's not a fight you want. These Savage Orcs need to keep moving. That's not an arrow. Why not pound signs? Just more recognizable, I suppose. Breath attack. On a moving target. Shake my head. Somebody get this man my secret tank video. Secret tank video? Secret dragon video. That's not Left 4 Dead. And there goes all of Trashbat's missiles. He got some decent points, but he's now out of juice. It's all out of juice. Oh, Imric though. Imric not in a great way. He's dived down next to Wurzag and a Black Orc Big Boss and a Rogue Idol. That is a risky game. Beaten into the Lothern Sea Guard though. Some Savage Orcs and Biggins. The artillery's still going though. Oh, off goes Wurzag. He's come back though. Just got terror routed, I think. Some of the missiles return for Trashbat. Get him a few extra points. Willow's Lord still in good health though. The Skaven Lord, not so much. Ickit. Willow's taking the lead. Has done a fair bit of damage taking out the Skaven, but he has lost, I think. Well, he's still got some of his powerful units left. Still got these Blood Knights in good health. These ones, Black Knights, a bit beaten up. Not too bad. And these Blood Knights a bit beaten up. Cheeky spell coming off. The White King in there as well. So Willow's still got some strong stuff left. Greenskin's Rogue Idol. Down to half health. Getting sniped by that artillery. So Greenskins perhaps should have made a little bit more of an effort to try and get this artillery. Could have maybe flanked with one of those missile units. High Elves creeping up the rankings though. Is there money on the line here? No. Only points money. Willow coming over to pilfer some points from this fight. Could try and take out Imric. Breath attack? No. Oh, Imric going for him. Oh, turning his back. Turning his back. That was probably a mistake. Got to fight him now. You can't outrun him. He's faster than you, I think. Well, he was poison. No, 90 speed to 61 speed. Shouldn't have gone after that fight. His Lord didn't have enough health. And the Strigoi Vampire Lord was at full health and his armor piercing and does hit pretty hard. So not a good one to tangle with unless you're at full health yourself, really. Skaven mostly depleted. Got a respectable amount of points though. Didn't get wiped out at 4,000 points or something. Arrow boys doing some work though. You heard stuff too? Really enjoy your videos. Very forward to every helpful. Would like to get involved with this if possible. We'll be doing a few more free-for-alls, so yep. Chance you can get in. Willow's got a lot of stuff left. Still got some healthy Blood Knights. 2 healthy White Kings. I think it's going to be a GG, and he's quite far ahead in the points. This is why I said free-for-all experience coming into play. And also, you know, $sign Skaven. They helped. Good old Willow beating up the noobs. So yeah, I was surprised Greenskins didn't go for the rats, because they got a lot of killy frontline infantry that would have beaten those Skaven slaves away quickly and got after those missiles. It basically should have been a competition to see who could kill the Skaven first, because they had so many expensive vulnerable missiles and artillery. But Willow took the opportunity, and now he's got the points for it. But Greenskins and High Elves took on their own fights. Came out fairly even in terms of points. Willow's getting involved now, though. Himric took a tongue ball. Black Orc Big Boss. Throwing down with the Strigoi. Black Orc Big Boss giving it to him. Putting up a fight. So I wonder how the new Beastmen will change things up. I'm hoping Beastmen will become great again. I did used to enjoy the Beastmen back in the Warhammer 1 days. Vanguard armies are especially fun. Hopefully they'll be cool. Toro looks cool. Hopefully their current lords will get a bit of a rework as well. Malagor. Kazarak especially. I think Kazarak he's like their only real melee lord choice. And he's pretty dire. So hopefully he'll become a beefcake. And they'll give him a Minotaur mount. Or I don't know. I don't know what units could the Beastmen get. What units don't they have on the roster? What do you reckon? Is there going to be a Beastmen update? Where have you been, son? Your name's Beast and you don't know about the Beastmen update? Jeez. You should call yourself not sure about Beast. I don't know. Gorgon? What's a Gorgon exactly? If you guys could concede, because Willow's taking this, he's going to get last man standing, he's miles ahead in the points, so if you could save us the time, it would be appreciated. Thanks, VCamp. You know I got them jokes. Thanks, Trashbat. And everybody else. I think somebody was already out. Thanks, fellas. Good game. The more experienced player, though, coming into play there. Good effort, though. Good fight. If you would all kindly take your leave, and we can get 4 more mofos in. We'll do another free-for-all. Because we've got quite a lot of people waiting to play. You were high elves. You were confused. I thought it was teams. Nope, no teams. That's why it's called a free-for-all. Okay, we've got Anarchy, Hagen, Fluxen, and one more. Space for one more. Password is Bad Pigeon. I feel like I need to get a little text on the screen somewhere to write down what the password is. I wonder what... I think... Don't they have a new multiplayer mode coming to Warhammer 3? I haven't really heard about it. I declined to do an interview for Warhammer 3. So I didn't learn some things that others may have learned. It is Big Pigeon. One word lowercase, literally as Maximilian just wrote it. I wish you changed your name, Viscount, for God's sake. I have to call people 2 names. Big Pigeon. If you don't see the server, then you might need to add me on Steam. If you do have me on Steam and you still can't see it, then I don't know. Just keep refreshing and hope for the best. Did I decline? What, that friend's request? Did I? I don't think I did. Did I? You're making me doubt myself. If I did, I didn't mean to. I apologise, whoever that was. It says wrong password. Well, it's worked for everybody else. Maybe you're spelling it wrong. Maybe you got your caps lock on. Potatoes arrived anyway, though. Okay, choose whichever factions you like. We shall change to Desert Canyon, I reckon. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about my friend's request. I thought I declined one by accident. What did I decline? Yeah, just not a big fan of interviews. I'm not really that fussed. So why did you choose this art style for this? It's not a question I care about. It says free for all only noobs. Nope. Anybody welcome. Potato Sauce and Anarchy, both fairly experienced players. Hagen and Fluxen, I have no idea about, so we'll see what they can do. Got some beastmen coming in, have we? I like it. I mean, if you guys want to make your own rooms and have your own free-for-alls and stuff while you wait to play on stream, then by all means. I can make a room in my name. If you're itching to play, you're Hagen. Cool. What will be the free LC for the Silence and the Fury? I actually don't know. I feel like maybe a Norscan Lord, because they're really lacking Lords. But I actually honestly don't know. I don't know any more than you do at this point. I don't even know the Beastmen units and things. Don't know. Your Fluxen. Cool, cool. Here we go. He's the Discord champion for 2 months in a row. Who's? Oh, Potato. Isn't that mostly newer players, though? Or is he beating up Willow every day? Is Willow a false champion? Is he the false prophet? I'll do another tournament. I'm either debating to do another tournament before or after the next DLC. I feel like after, so we can get some new Beastmen action. Best legendary lord? Depends in what sense. Balthazar Gelt all day. Free LC, probably another Beastmen Lord? As they did Dryker. Could be. But they have done ones that are not the same faction in the past, I'm sure. How do you join the hosted games? You just need to keep an eye on the stream and wait for me to finish a game. When you see I'm coming to the end of a game and I'm looking at the end screen or whatever, then you need to be ready to start refreshing the multiplayer lobbies. And look for Z-Wars 1. And then try to join it with the password Big Pigeon. And you'll compete with probably about 10 other people, and whoever's fastest will get in. But if people have played already, we're going to try not to let people play again, basically. As we do seem to have a lot of people that want to play. I think this is the first time I've done a multiplayer stream on YouTube, actually. Or at least for a long time, so. A bit more player count than usual. I usually do this on Twitch before, so it was a lot less people. But then we didn't sometimes have too many. Or we didn't have enough people, so. You don't think you've ever played Willow? I see. Okay, Tomb Guard for Hagen. Cetra, Necrotect, Halberds, Skeleton Archers, Ushabti, Tomb Scorpion. Okay. Fairly standard Tomb Kings, I reckon. Swordsman up front, supported by an Empire Captain. Might have been better off with a Warrior Priest for the buffs. Support that crappy infantry. Crossbows, lots of spears, some great swords, lots of Empire Knights, a couple of Pistoliers, Outriders. Yeah, Balthazar. Woo! Does he have Final Transmutation? Of course he does. Best spell in the game. Okay. So those two, kind of even in matchups. A little bit more staying power from the front line of the Tomb Kings. And the damage power from the Ushabti. They does have great swords, so it could be a fairly even fight, that one. So that was Fluxen as the Empire Potato. Supposedly the tournament champion. I'm going to say he's facing the wrong way, but... Got some Bleak Swords, got some Blackout Corsairs, got a lot of Cav, a lot of repeater crossbows. Wait, isn't that outside the map? Oh no, it's there. Some Manticores and Marathi for the Lord. Beastmen, Goreherd Shields, Eye of More Sleep, Morgul, Minotaurs, few archers, few Cavs. Whenever you're ready, fellas. Do it! Willow is just too afraid he's avoiding you. It's very possible. Don't think Lizardmen will get another free RC. No, they got a lot of lords already. A lot of lords. So yeah, it could be Beastmen. Or I reckon maybe another Warhammer 1 faction. Because I think don't all of the Warhammer 2 factions have 6 lords now? The base game ones anyway. The High Elves, Dark Elves, Skaven, and... What's the other one? Forgotten. Lizardmen. They've all got 6 campaigns if you go on Vortex campaign. Or Mortal Empires. Okay, Empire advance towards the Tomb Kings. But Dark Elves also advance towards the Empire. Leaving the Beastmen a little bit lonely. Yeah, so Lizardmen will kind of have one more than everyone else. So it seems more likely that they'll buff up somebody who doesn't have enough lords. Dark Elf missiles coming in at the back. Balthazar needs to be careful around all those armor-piercing missiles. Needs to turn his crossbows on these. They're the only real counter he'll have. Empire in a tough spot. Sandwiched. It's an Empire sandwich. Beastmen. Bringing in some cheeky Centaurs. It's a tough spot for the Empire. Just being sandwiched. Putting up some points though. This does give them the advantage of having a lot of points. Surprised the Dark Elves aren't jumping on this. Balthazar is pretty quick. Oh, Balthazar needs a... Yeah, I was going to say. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, it's not upgraded. That's a shame. It should do a lot of damage, though, that final transmutation. Balthazar is going to be racking up points, mate. Let's have a look. 2500 so far. Needs the upgrade. Upgraded final transmutation is brutal. Beastmen making their way over. Their hoofs not working so well in the sand. Taking their time. Tomb King's doing okay though. Mostly because the Empire is distracted probably, but racking up the points. Hagen out in front for now. So Beastmen being late to the party isn't necessarily a bad thing for them. Because now if they charge in, all the enemy units are going to be weakened. So they should have an easy time winning their fights. Should. It's got that Eye of Mor's-Lieb as well. Lobbing some rocks. Trying to hit Balthazar with it though. That's probably going to be a big waste of ammo. There's not a great deal of expensive infantry to throw those rocks at though. Maybe the great swords. Still hoiking rocks. Such a small chance to hit, it's probably not worth it. Valkyria, that's a name I keep hearing. We can act as if we're sat up on this ledge, eating a sandwich, just watching this battle. And then we've decided that life isn't worth living. Splat. I floated a bit there as well. Oh, little party of Marathi and double Manticore. Going to work. Beastmen have arrived though. Hagen still out in front. By a considerable amount. Manticore going after the caster. Gonna give him a little nibble. Butchers of Kalkengard in here though. Who would be the best Warhammer rep for Smash Bros? I guess someone recognizable. Grimgore. Or Archaon. I suppose good old Carl. Balthazar would not last long. What units do you expect in the DLC? I don't know. I don't know the old lore too much of the old fantasy, so I don't know what beastmen need or don't have. Someone said Gorgon earlier. A Doom Ball's a thing? Isn't that what Taurox is? So yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know what other units they don't have. Same with Lizardmen as well. I think there was some big flying monster, wasn't there, for Lizardmen? Beastmen. This battlefield is now mostly yellow. Beastmen, as I said, could take the last man standing bonus as they're late to the battle. They can just mop up everything else. He might be able to do this. Hagen is a good ways, well not a good ways, only 1,000 or so points ahead, or 2. But he doesn't have a great deal of stuff left. Does have some Tomb Guard actually. And Cetra. All to play for. I think nearly anybody could win this. Maybe the Empire's out of it. Unless, what the Empire needs to do, right? What you need to do, Balthazar, is you need to save all your magic. If you've still got some left, use your recharges. Have you got the recharge? He does. He's got Staff of Volans. Just save up for that 28 magic final transmutation. Wait for everyone else to clump into each other into a big ball. And then drop that final transmutation. Ooh, victory right there. Could happen. Could happen. you manage to get Cetra with it, and Morgor and the Minotaurs, the Shabti, who knows what could happen? Who knows? Jabberslith. Yeah, I've heard of that thing. I don't know what it looks like though. Sounds like it would look like a hell pit. You think the Bretonnia should get more special units? No. They got a whole bunch. They got a whole bunch of good ones as well. Beast Slayers of Baston. Companions. They could probably just use more units in general. Well, I guess they do have a lot of infantry. I feel like their missile department's probably lacking. I feel like they should have some more experienced archers that aren't just peasants. They should have like a Sisters of Avalon type unit. Just some kind of, or just some better bowman. Some mid-range, mid-tier bowman. Oh, Potato's down. Everyone was saying Potato was going to take it. Potato Man down. His plan has failed him. Can Hagen do it? Beastmen right behind him though. Only 1,000 difference or so in the points, etc. Not in the best of health, but not in the worst. Gorgons are the huge four-armed ox-headed monster. Sounds pretty cool. What do you think about the change of magic resist to spell resist? I don't. I don't know about it. What is it? Was that a final transmutation? Not sure if it was upgraded. That's a good spot for it though. A lot of money there. Balthazar on 2,500. If it wasn't the upgraded one, I would have said wait a bit longer. Try and get that upgraded one. Because that goes on for a long time. Think Beastmen have done it. They're going to get last man standing. I don't think anybody's got what it takes to kill off the Eye of Morrslieb. Morgor. Has he got Chaos Spawn? Not sure I've seen those Chaos Spawn being summoned yet. Maybe you already did it. Maybe I missed it. See? Coming in late can have its advantages. Magic resist is getting changed to spell resist, so there will be no resistance against magical attacks, as the resistance will only work against damage caused by spells. Okay. Interesting. As a result, magic damage will be the most consistent damage. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things you just have to wait and see. Don't know how it's really going to play until we play it a bunch. Sounds like it could make it worse or better. Who knows? It'll need some mass testing. Tomb Kings putting in a valiant fight, but there's too many goats left on the field. Too many goats and cows. What can you do? Good game, fellas. Well played, Anarchy. Taking the top spot. Some decent damage from Lords. We will look through them all though. Okay, thanks for playing, fellas. Good game, well played, Anarchy. If everyone could kindly take their leave. Last game of the day. Getting off a little bit early today, so this will be the last game. Password is Big Pigeon. With any luck, you'll see the lobby. If you've played already, I'd say please don't join, just so other people that haven't played already can get in. Thanks. Got another 4 ads. Christ. Got have way too many friends again too soon. Okay, Milton, you played already today, I think, didn't you? I know it was a while ago, but didn't expect to be sandwiched. Potato had plans. Thanks, Milton, for leaving. One more spot for someone that hasn't played already today. So I did not foresee that so many people would want to play, because I haven't done this on YouTube for a long, long time. Okay, last free for all. Choose whichever factions you like. We're going to go Troll Country. Let's do it. No idea how to write the password? Well, now you can learn how to spell pigeon. I suppose if you're not English, it's probably not the easiest to spell. You probably spell it a different way in a different language. Pigeon is the universal word. In every language, it stays the same. Pigeon. You want something new for Bretonia? You and Ted both. And those are the only people. Yeah, it's fine to add me. Like I said, I do clean my Steam friends list out on occasion though, so if you don't play on stream or anything, and I don't play games with you personally, which I pretty much don't with anybody, then you'll probably get removed. So don't be surprised, nothing personal, just cleaning up my friends lists. But if you play on stream a lot, then I'll probably keep you around. Save the constant adage. Okay, what do we got? Chaos. Nice to see some chaos today. Dark Elves, Vampire Coast, and Lizards. I always thought there was a D in Pigeon. I think that's probably... didn't they do that in Pokemon? Pidgeot. Is that a Pokemon? Pidgeotto. Pidgey. That was the first one. Couldn't remember what the first form was called. Pidgey. That had a D in it, didn't it? Pidgey, I think. I think that's what probably... It's Pokemon. Pokemon's ruined the word pigeon for everybody. When's the next stream? Tuesday. But it won't be Total War. Likely Tuesday streams are usually something else. Pidgey. Yeah, there you go. It's got a D in it. That throws every... I think that's how everyone tries to spell pigeon now. Please try not to take too long, fellas. Might do some Vermintide. Might do some Left 4 Dead. Might do something else. Let's see. Iron Sight. Here we go. Marbles on Tuesday. We try to keep marbles a rare occurrence now. We had too many addicts. It was getting out of hand. We were ruining a lot of lives. People couldn't handle it. So we had to cut down. What about Chivalry 2? I've only played it once since it came out. It's fun, but I'm not sure it's one people want to watch for stream. Or play. Especially as it's on Epic. This is the last game of the day, yep. Gonna go have me a barbecue after this. Does Steph need to go to Marbles Anonymous? Hey, she got her fill last time. She won the race. Oh, that reminds me. I still owe some prizes from the quiz. Outer, if you're still around, I will get you those prizes. And Pug as well. A couple of people I did it, but there was some. One of the guys who won the whole thing wanted to give his prize away because he didn't really play games much. Yeah, so Real Human Being, he won the £20 prize, but he didn't really care for it. He didn't want it. So I said I'd split it between you, Outer, and Pug, as Pug got the most questions right in the quiz by a few. So I thought it only fair that he gets some of it. And especially as you were getting the DLC as well. So you'll have a little bonus incoming. Epic blacklisting me? Go for it. Pug was on fire. Yeah, he knows a lot. He plays a lot of Warhammer. Okay. Last free for all of the day. Let's see what we got. Lizards, Saurosaurus, Saurus Old Blood, Heavens, couple of dinos, Ancient Salamander, Bastillodon. Oh, the Ark of Sotek. There's a unit you pretty much never see. See if it can get any value. Got some pterodons bombing away on some vampirates. Deckhands of various kinds, Prometheans. Ooh, double Leviathan. Spicy. Very spicy. Got a lot of rotting Prometheans as well. Chaos. Attacking from the other side. The old Horse Masters. Got a Manticore. What else we got? Archaon with the Swords of Chaos. Nice bit of Chaos Cav. With some armor-piercing boys. The crab army is real. Where's your special prize? You had your £4 voucher that you won for your 4 or 5 correct answers. Dark Elves, a lot of cheap infantry, some Black Ark Corsairs, Slanesh's Harvesters, Malekith. So a lot of cav and a bit of infantry. No, the other way around. A lot of infantry, bit of cav. Actually, oh, okay. Fair bit of cav. Got all the repeated crossbows here as well. Ooh. The crabs and the lizards throwing down though. This is a battle for the ages. Crab versus T-Rex. Who's the most prehistoric? Probably the crabs. There's a bit of magic coming down. Bit of a blob though. Bit of a blob here. Room for flanking. Room for flanking. He wants to get these spears on these crabs as quick as possible. Oh. Oh, it doesn't actually do a great deal. Doesn't do so much to cavalry because they're kind of spaced out between them. Did a little bit of damage, but not as much as one would have hoped. Not as good as against infantry. Why don't you do more multiplayer, Warhammer multiplayer? As in streams or battles, videos? I tend to go in and out of playing different things. As in, sometimes I'll do a bit of multiplayer for a few months, and then I'll do a bit of campaign for a few months. I just get bored mostly. Having to make videos all day about the game and then going to play it as well. Sometimes it's a little much. Especially when there hasn't been any new stuff for a while. So I like to mix it up. So starting to get back into the multiplayer as the new DLC is on the way. No, this is just community battles. You good people. Throwing down. So Chaos Infantry, a little bit outnumbered, but they are the stronger infantries overall, I think. Oh. Malekith in a bad way. He's got the Swords of Chaos and Archaon on his case. That's probably the end of him. Slanesh's Harvesters here, though. They could make a save. There's a nice burning head straight through those Black Ark Corsairs. Looks like the lizards are slowly winning this fight, I think. One of the crabs is down. One crab be dead. Well, many crabs be dead, technically. It's a bit of a blob fest, though. Who knows what's going on in there? Do you gentlemen link up to the Discord to play games often? Yeah, we got a lot of players in the Discord. There's a good few boys that have multiplayer battles all the time. They do tournaments. Lycus hosts tournaments quite often. I think it's a monthly deal. I do a tournament every now and again. If Sol or Steph is around, they should provide you a link shortly. Hint, hint, wink, wink, Sol or Steph. Looks like the Dark Elves are winning this one. Lizardmen currently ahead. Chaos not far behind, though. Thanks, Steph. There you go. There's a link to the Discord if you're not in there already. You can find decent people to play with, people that help you learn. We have a mentor system as well. There's a couple of guys that do a little stream every now and again with general advice. They play a lot of multiplayer, so should be good advice. Lizardman just pounding on the last bits of Vampire Ghost. Hey Zook, I've played many hours of campaign, never played multiplayer. Do you still stream new players losing their multiplayer virginity? Yes. We were going to do it earlier, but we couldn't really find any virgins, so yeah. I've only just started doing it again though, so probably next week we could do a bit more. So if you want someone to take your first time, I'm sure we can find one. We'll find another one. Chaos, maybe running out of juice. Maybe just running out of juice a little bit. I think these armor-piercing missiles have done a good bit of work. 1,500 from those. 600 from those. Not sure where the other ones are gone. Chaos doing well in the points, but oh, look at the lizardmen. Still lots of lizardmen left. They are very beaten up, a lot of them. These Saurus. This lizardman lord, though, hanging in there. Chaos brought Swords of Chaos. I respect that. Yeah, they're not a unit you see very often. He's got them running around with Archaon, which I think is a nice combo. But still, they look ridiculously oversized. Or have they? Have they made the horses bigger? No, they still look stupid. When the Chaos Warriors themselves are bigger than the horses that they ride, looks a bit fucking ridiculous. There's the toss-up that you need them to still be like cavalry size so that they don't turn into like large monsters. But at the same time they look ridiculous. They should probably just scale down the size of the riders a bit more. They just look so silly. They're literally riding ponies. Yeah, chaos ponies. I think there was a reasoning behind that, but I can't remember what it was. Whatever it is. Those horses need a enlargement. So, Lizardman finishing off the final crab. Although Silostra still going strong. They mentioned in Q&A they will increase size of the force. Okay, good. Hopefully they do them. I mean, yeah, they're large anyway, so it's not like they're gonna break what they are. The models just need bigger horses, and you could counteract making the horse much bigger by making the model a little bit smaller, but maybe not too much, obviously. But you don't want them to look like actual jockeys, which are usually tiny. So Lostron Crab is not ethereal. Shouldn't be. She is, but the crab isn't, so I guess it's a no all round. Or does she? No, she only gets 10% physical resistance. Not the 75. Crab going down. So why the Left 4 Dead video randomly? So, Left 4 Dead still gets more players than most games. And it's a game that's been around for a long time. It's a game that I've played for many years and do enjoy. But it's a game that doesn't really have any good guides. Like, I've Googled it. There's not really many good ones. There's a lot of very kind of old budget guides. And Left 4 Dead being a popular game and a game that goes on sale for like £1, it gets a lot of new players. And there's nobody to help those new players. So Muggins here stepped up. Thought I'd make some guides to help out all those new players. As it is a game I do play, like I say. So, yeah. Just trying to bring the community skill level up. That's my game. That's what I do with my channel. Finishing off the last of the Dark Elves cav there. Oh, the Dark Elves have mostly evaporated, actually. So they still have quite a lot left. Yeah, I'm just trying to build an audience outside of just Total War as well. So, I'm hoping that Vermintide Versus comes out, first of all. But it's also decent. Because then all those people that probably enjoy Left 4 Dead and maybe subscribe to the channel for Left 4 Dead will like all the Versus videos for Vermintide. So, it's building an audience in a different direction as well. And like I say, it's a game that's still played a lot. If it was a dead game, then the question would be like, why are you making those videos? Nobody's going to watch them, man. But I didn't really expect anyone to watch those 5 rules videos very much. I thought maybe like 10 or 20,000 views, but cool, it'll help some people. But they're at like 50k now, so I was like, oh. And I think a few big YouTubers did videos on Left 4 Dead. I think that's kind of spurred a lot of new players and a lot of people to pick it up again. And if you look at the Steam Play account, like there's websites that track it, the game's still getting like 30 or 40k peak players a month. So it's pretty beefy. I wonder how many are on right now. Let's have a look. Let's see how many are on this. Playing Total War Warhammer 2 right now. 32,000. It's a pretty good number. About Left 4 Dead. 23,000. See? Game that's 10 years old. Still holding its players. That's a sign of a good game, if ever I saw one. Anyway, Chaos charging in for their final stand. Not a lot they can do against all these lizards. Although, oh, okay, maybe there is. Maybe the Burning Head is the winner. Archaon not in terrible health. It's pretty much just a waiting game now. Lizards have got this in the bag, I think. Don't think that Archaon can hold on. There is a lot of beaten up Lizardmen stuff, so one more big burning head could maybe change it, but I don't know. Can't kill bots of 2 players, Philip. Thanks, Eden. Yeah, I did think about doing new or updating some of the old guides, but yeah. Things might get changed with Warhammer 3 with new things like the wounds system. I don't know how that's going to affect everything. And that magic thing that Willow was just talking about, that's going to change things. So we don't really know how that's going to affect multiplayer. So I'll hold off on old guides, redoing old guides. I think most of them still stand roughly true, even if they're missing units and things. The strategies stay the same. Like vampire counts have pretty much always been the same. Just bog stuff down and then kill it with expensive stuff. Anyway, there we go. Good game, fellas. I think Ironsight took that one with his lizards. Well played. GG. We will leave it there today. Valve knows how to make their multiplayer games. They do. It's a shame they don't know how to make their 3rd games, though. They can only make 2 games of a series, and then they have to drop it for some reason. Are you excited for New World, or you think it's going to be a barrel bust, like all Amazon games so far? I played the alpha when it first came out, the alpha of New World. The game was okay. It was just very basic and things you'd seen before a million times. The combat was cool because it was kind of Dark Souls-ish, but just not very good at that point. But it was an alpha, so you know. But it was very much like, here's a quest. Go and fetch 10 logs from this area and then come back. Fucking hell, I've done that in Warcraft about 80,000 times. Can I get something different? And all the quests felt like that, though. Go and collect meat from wolves. Kill 10 wolves and get meat. Cook it and make it into a fucking sandwich. No. Give me something more exciting. Jesus. So hopefully, if it's not too much like that, if they're trying to do something different, and push boundaries a little bit, maybe it'll be good. But if they're just going to try and do what everyone else has done, they're just going to get toppled. Hear about the big EA hack? I didn't. I did not. Full last stream, I haven't played Left 4 Dead 2 in 11 years. Taking you back, eh? Do you think it's possible to make a decent multiplayer army involving the Shredder of Lustria, Destroyer of Wallets? Yes, absolutely. Only against certain factions though. Other ones will just gun it down super quick. You've seen it done before. Falcon's done it in tournaments and stuff. It can work. Maybe that wasn't the Shredder of Lustria, but it was a Dreadsaurian. Anything can work. Every unit has its place. Some units you have to build a bit more around, like a Shredder of Lustria. But I believe in every unit. Well, maybe not every unit. The animated Hulks are never doing anything until they make them good. But there's some units like that, but not very many. Most units can be made use of. Unless you're playing like super high meta multiplayer, tournament multiplayer, maybe then some stuff is a bit more limited and isn't a good idea. But if you're just playing for fun in the Discords and communities, you can make anything work. Surprised there isn't a list of competitive armies in Warhammer 2. I think there is. There's a couple out there. A couple of guides and videos and things. Yeah, it doesn't matter how well you build an army. You can build the best army in the world. It could be absolutely fucking useless if the enemy just happens to have brought the perfect counters to everything you've got. It's luck of the draw half the time. You know Warhammer 3 Special Edition? I do not. I believe in bloated corpses. Hey, if you cast a hide spell on a bloated corpse, you can say GG to that elite infantry. Blow them to smithereens. Or save them for the late game when everything's blobbed up. Some stuff isn't easy to make work by any means, but there's a place. I will use my war wagons. Hey, I don't think war wagons are bad. I know a lot of people give them shit, but I think they just don't get used right very well. To me, they're just mobile handgunners. Most of the time. Not quite as quick damage output, but still decent. And they can get out of trouble. Some trouble. Not all trouble. They're obviously not that fast. One animated office like this. Maybe he did it. Do vampires have a hide spell? Good question. Maybe. Willow. Willow will know. Haven't seen all the info on Warhammer 3, but what if the other Chaos Gods were DLC? Nah, they won't be. I think they've already said there's 6 races or whatever. According to legend, they're the worst unit in the game. What game? What unit? Animated Hulks. I wish Total War embraced online more. Well, that's the whole idea of the Warhammer World Championship that happened a few months ago. A part of the big reason for that whole thing even happening wasn't just because they wanted to play a tournament, it's because they wanted to get CA's attention and make them realize, look, there is a lot of people that play multiplayer, and there is a good audience for it. So fucking make an effort with it, will you? Jeez. So hopefully they will have paid attention to that and gone, okay, maybe we need to actually put a better multiplayer system in place, rather than giving people these shitty lobbies that get slowed down if someone has a bad connection and we don't have any way to pick factions without counter-picking each other and blah, 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 blah. So yeah, hopefully they'll do some stuff. I'm not expecting anything grand or fancy, but at least maybe some basic kind of quality of life improvements to the matchmaking system and the army picking system and blah, blah, blah. They're not that sneaky. Chance. Said that war wagons are the worst in the game. Oh yeah, exactly. It's talking about campaigns, so pretty different perspectives in campaign and multiplayer worlds, but they're not fantastic, but they can have their place. Even if it's only like one or two, you don't have to bring like half an army of them or anything. Anyway, we'll leave it there for today. Thanks for watching, good people. I'll be back Tuesday with something on Twitch, probably some kind of shooty deal. Still deciding what to do with Thursday streams. I used to just do Total War Thursdays, but I'm kind of feeling like I might do something else instead. And just keep Total War for Saturdays. We'll see. Yeah, things that are the worst in a legendary campaign, as in like legendary difficulty campaign, are kind of different than what might be working in a normal campaign or multiplayer. So yeah, if you play legendary campaign, he's probably right. But if you play anything else, might not be so true. Who knows? Cool. Thanks for watching, people. Enjoy your weekend. Back Tuesday. See you in the future.